Hey y'all, my free spirit friends, welcome back to the Free Spirit Tarot. I am Poetry. Today's video I am going to be diving into my charms. If you've been on my channel for a while, you've seen some of my personal readings. You notice that I use charms or trinkets to help with those readings. I use a lot of different tools, and I thought that I had shown you this video years ago. I do remember that when I first decided that I wanted to do it, there was another tarot reader that came onto YouTube by the name of Charmed Intuition Tarot. Her name is Liz. I love her channel. And her whole channel is basically centered around using charms. So when I was going to show my charms, or at least I showed them in another video or something, I remember somebody telling me that I was copying her or what have you, which that wasn't the case. A lot of people who do readings use other tools in order to help them read, and charms being one of them. But that may be why the video never got posted, because of all the commentary I was having on other videos about me using charms, saying I'm copying somebody's style. No sir, no ma'am, no ma'am. But anyway, so today I sat down and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do an update on my charms, not realizing you never got the original video. I went to my Instagram page and I see that there's photos over there of my charms on my Instagram. If you're not on my Instagram, follow me there. What is my Instagram? The Free Spirit Tarot on Instagram, and that way you'll see like daily readings, and you'll see the like random behind the scene photos and things of that nature as well. But yeah, we're gonna get into this bowl of charms. Now, I am not an ASMR person, but I know some of y'all like that, so I'm giving it to you now. But it grinds my gears for me to hear it. So anyway, I'm going to go through this bowl, take out things that I don't necessarily need right now. That's the whole purpose of this video. But I do want to show you, just seeing all the back of my head, I want to show you some of the things that I have that's in my little collection, and explain where they came from, what they may possibly mean to me. And that's all this video is really, I can't see my glasses, be about, okay? I am going to start uploading regular videos again soon. Took a sidestep on some things in life that took me away from this particular channel as far as posting. My main channel as well as far as posting, and I started doing a couple other personal readings for people, and that's why I'm not here. So if you are interested in getting a personal reading from me, you can hit my email at Twisted Guidance Tarot, and I'll shoot you the information on like the cost and things of that nature, and how you will get your reading submitted to you. But as of right now, let's just get into these charms, honey. All right, y'all, let's get into it. This is my infamous charm bowl here. I have a lot of items in his bowl that are not necessarily charms, but are like shoe clogs. So if you watch, I'll pull out some of these here. If you watch some of my finance videos or health videos, you may see these little items here, money and a wallet, a blood bag, cleaning, germs. You may see some of those things. So I've kind of pulled most of them out already. These are basically can go on some clogs. I do not own a single pair of clogs. I just wanted the trinkets. So that's where I got those. Most of the things that I have in my little case here are just from things that, I don't know, I found maybe. But like my Halloween statues, they're bigger than trinkets. I'm going to go ahead and take all of them out of this basket here. Because they are, specific. My hands are ashy. Oh, my hands just gonna be ashy because I'm touching stuff now. These are kind of like theme specific, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these out of my basket. for but yeah, I use the charms to kind of work like oracle cards in a way, you know. They give me a subject matter to focus on for you, or they may highlight whatever the ongoing topic may be, dive a little deeper into the reading itself. So some of these like little money ones I may leave in. No, I'm putting them to the side for now. But I definitely want to get all of the Halloween trinkets out. All the Halloween out. All the health clogs, getting those out as well. Because I have other little, you know, charms that can reference like health conditions. So I want to specifically get these out of my charm bowl. I also don't do a lot with my crystals or stones. These are only really just for my own personal energy. I don't even remember what half of these are. Somebody gave most of these to me. I believe this is a moonstone or a tiger eye. I'm not sure. If you can identify it, put it in the comment section. Let's put that here. I know this is a rose quartz. I simply love that. Lapis lazuli. I want to say this is jade. I don't even know if this is an actual crystal. I think this is just a piece of glass. I'm not certain. So do I got all of those removed? Oh, another Halloween one. See, it doesn't make my bowl look as full once I remove all the things that I'm not going to use anymore. And then now I can simply just go through what charms I have. Now I do have another bag of charms somewhere. I cannot think of what it is. And those are charms I had already separated that I do not wish to use any longer. I really hope you can hear me because I do not have my microphone near my mouth. I just realized that. Let's see if I can bring it closer. That might be better. Hopefully that's better. Okay. So I feel like I should put lotion on my hands because my hands are ashy. Hold on. I want to do so without like hitting the mic. That was not me passing gas. That was my actual lotion. Okay. I don't think I grabbed enough. Oh well. It's better than what it looked like. Okay. Let me get in here without me hitting this camera or mic stand. Either one. Alright, so a lot of my little trinkets, like I said, is stuff that I just had like laying around. Some of them are game pieces. Like I know this comes from my scenic game. Both of these. And scenic is basically like they show you a scene of a movie and then you guess what movie it's from or what. They show you a line or whatever. So, but I use these differently than, of course, what the game is designed for. So if I happen to roll the die, have the magnifying glass, means that we need to look at something more closer. We need to ask more questions about something. Speak up for ourselves. Act things out more earnestly. Document or record. This is a caution or a warning. And this is things we're hoping for, dreaming for. So that's what I use this die for when I actually use those in the reading. I have never used this die at all. So I'm going to set that to the side. Okay. So then I have some game pieces that I think I'm also going to remove. These are from friends. I don't know specifically what game I got these from, but it might be a scenic game too. This is the New York buildings. I can't remember if it was specific to something in Friends, but this is supposed to be somebody's couch. I want to say Joey's couch. Yeah, definitely the scenic game. Here's the action symbol. The cup of coffee, or the coffee cup from the cafe that they go to all the time. This is Scenic 2 game. Okay, so popcorn. Movie reel. Now, I have used these in a reading before, and it actually worked perfectly because the person that I was reading for was in the industry that dealt with a lot of film, costumes, and Universal, I believe she worked for. So that kind of worked. Here's the mirror. I think this is the mirror that hangs on their door in France. Another movie reel. So yeah, because of how bulky those are, I definitely are going to remove them for now. So we're getting these out of the way. I have no idea where this baseball mitt comes from. This tennis racket, I don't have any idea where that comes from either. I believe I'm going to remove those. But they had to come from the same place as this car. I want to say I got another car in here already. In the meantime, I'm going to hold tight to him. I got a truck, pickup truck. But that is something different than a car. So I'm going to remove the tennis racket, the baseball glove, and the football glove, or the football. I do have another baseball. I will leave that in there. Okay. All right, it's making my bowl more easier for me to navigate through. Let's see. Give y'all a little ASMR. Y'all really like that stuff. I don't get it. I don't get it. Hold on for a second. I am leaving my room. One of the things that I came across while going through my jewelry box was an old charm piece that I had when I was living abroad in Costa Rica. My friends that I went through, it was a study abroad for college that I went through study abroad for. We all put the black sands of Tortuga Beach in Costa Rica into one of these little vials, and we had them on chains. And I just came across this. I don't know what happened to the chain. See it, but I see this as a sign of togetherness. It was all of us were black girls. I told you I love being black. Black unity, togetherness. It's not really an hourglass, so it's not like a test of time or anything. But you know, long distance is another thing I see when I see this here. Holding together, becoming one, you know, bonding, a family, you know, all individual but together. That's what I see when I see this charm. So I do want to add this to my charm bowl. Do I need to take them all out altogether? I don't. Well, I'm gonna take them around. Okay. So that was one of the things that I definitely wanted to add. So I just want to find some things in here that just have like not obvious meanings. such as this clip. This little clip to me, it just seems to mean keeping things together. Filing on away for later. Holding on to it, clasping on it, grasping on something, on an idea. Yeah, that's what this meant to me. This is an old engagement ring of mine. I have no idea how it got so bent up. I have no idea what happened to the stone itself. But then I also have this one here, which is also another engagement ring. It is still a little bit flawed, but it's together. And so when I see these here, this represents a relationship, a bond, a marriage, or commitment. Like I say, it's still flawed, but still very much present, you know, in the relationship. This one here, I see as a damaged relationship, something that needed to be let go of. You see the stone is gone, something that's gone. That's no good. It once had value, but it's no longer good to useful for me or good to me, you know. So I have both of these. These are in my charm bag, so they may come up in the reading of some sort, and depending on if they come up with like let's see, these here, this is from a broken relationship, and so if it comes up with the wedding ring and the broken charms, there may be something going on in the current relationship that needs to be looked at, needs to be fixed, may need to be, or it may just altogether need to be severed. If it comes up with this here, this is done. You know, you are done, son. No looking back. Don't go back. It's over. It's done with. You know, this one here, it's like a little hair cuff. I when I see it though, I think of cuffing season. This is the time to go shack up, hook up, meet up, start a relationship, find you somebody to hang out with for the summer, for the winter, you know, the cozy months of the year. But that's what I see, cuffing season, when I see that. Let's see, anything else that's specific that may not seem obvious. That's what I'm looking for here. Oh no, this is very grounding. It's another stone. Something that may not seem obvious. Everything else is like pretty obvious. No, there was one. Oh, this is another Halloween one. You can go. It was something that's here that was not obvious, and I just saw it, and I don't see it again. This black jelly bean. I hate this jelly bean. It's absolutely disgusting. This is something that should be a complete turn off. Things are nasty. It's sticking around, and so this, like, I consider, like, this has been in this charm basket for years, you guys. I mean, years. So when I look at this, is something, how would I put it? Not, I could say a generational curse, but this is something that's been long standing in your life that is no good. It's no good. It leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. Others around you don't like it either. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to go away. So it may be something generational that you need to get rid of, or you need to take a look at, you know. So I think that's most of the things I have in here that are obvious, or that's not obvious. I don't recall where I found this camera, but I loved it. I love this camera. Keeping memories. Also, you see this with travel, but I mainly see it with memories and glamour and glitz and being in the spotlight, you know. So I'm going to tap into, I think everything in here is pretty self-explanatory at this particular point. But like, I have like my little airplane for travel. I know it is large. It's probably one of the largest ones I have next to my die. But yeah, these are for travel. So I do keep the baseball in here, and this is a trophy. So I see this as awards, recognition. If I'm using Kipper and then I use these with this, and I see this, I definitely see an award coming to you, some sort of recognition. There was a victory that was won, especially if this is with the chariot card. A little dog from the Monopoly game, you know, loyalty, security, playfulness, eagerness, best friend, you know. This is, of course, in relation to your home. That's pretty self-explanatory. What else we got here that's self-explanatory? Oh, this is not self-explanatory. This little piece right here, I don't recall where it's from, what it means. I haven't looked at the symbols, but I always saw this as a map. You know, when you watch those movies and you see those little treasure maps, that's what I see this as like a little map. This is a sign for you to go on a journey, to find yourself, to explore something new. You know, that's what I see here. Get lost in the moment. So like I said, I had another little coffee cup, so I don't need the one that really large one from Friends. Comfort, being awake, you know, routine. It's another thing I see with coffee cups. Creativity goes with this one. I don't remember where all these come from. Music, astuteness, laptop, reaching out, communication, researching, work, on being on the go, treating yourself. McDonald's. Everybody loves McDonald's French fries for the most part. Treating yourself. Maybe a little bit unhealthy, but it's something that you may enjoy. Giving yourself a snack. Then you have a little shoe for athleticism as well. Ooh, sorry. Working out, exercise. I also see this shoe. If you notice, this is a New Balance tennis shoe. You don't know my history, but I'm about to tell you a little bit. I have been arrested several times, and every time that I have worn New Balance tennis shoes, which is why I refuse to wear New Balance tennis shoes outside of the house. So this, I always said, this is, you can be seen or be caught in this one. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you're chasing after, what you're going after. That's what also some other meanings that I could see with this, depending on what other cards or charms may fall around it. Is that all my Monopoly pieces? Because I think those are all Monopoly pieces. Yeah. Hello Kitty only made it in here just because I love Hello Kitty. I love cats. I love their self-awareness. I love their ability to take care of themselves. Curiosity. And this kitty is a queen. You know what I'm saying? Hello, girl. Yes, I love me some Hello Kitty. Okay. What else do we got here? My little book. A series of unfortunate events was the name that was on the book, but it is a little locket, a keepsake. So I look at this as like a secrets being kept, stories not wanting to be shared. And again, if the book lands upright with the title, the series of unfortunate events, depending on what else falls with it, it may be something that you are not willing to face, that you don't want to learn or don't want to understand. But these could be, you know, stories to be told, and depending on what side it lands on, how that will play out. Okay, so I have several different hearts here. Let's start with several different hearts here. I have a few different hearts here, okay? This one is definitely a representation of love. Strong, fulfilled, long-lasting, something that's been around a long time. It's full, you see. This may be, it's still fresh love, like puppy love. This is like, I'm just finding love. Cupid just shot me with this arrow type situation. And this could be more of soul tie, soul connection with these double hearts here. Depending on if these fall with other medical stuff, it could be in relation to whether or not you need to seek advice on your health in dealing with your heart health. If it comes up with any of these other medical things, yeah. So then, yeah, we have like our medical, the stethoscope, listening to your lungs, getting a checkup. Definitely getting to check up your DNA, your back. Some of these symbols offer reference certain parts of your body that may need to be looked into. Researching, you know. I keep dropping crap. Syringe. So vaccines, need to go get shots done. Prescriptions that may need to be checked, updated, filled. Just need to go get a checkup. Just go see a doctor, see a nurse. This DNA strand could be something medical, or could be a family connection that you may be dealing with, especially if you get it along with the tree of life. I will see those together as something that has to do with family. But like I say, if it is you're dealing with something medical related, then it could be a family trait that has been passed down onto you genetically that you may need to look at. I'm dealing with the issue with that like right now about some thing I found out was hereditary that I have now. Hospital visits, coming or going. Somebody may end up in hospital. Somebody may be coming from hospital. A childbirth may be happening, depending on if this pops up with my baby situation, or if in my baby reading, or if this pops up with the tree of life as well. It could be certain different, depending on what other cards or other things fell around it, that could determine how I would read those DNA strands and things like that. I got several of those in here. I didn't realize I had so many. Ambulances. I got a couple hospitals. I got 2 of everything in here. I might reduce those. DNA strands, tree of life, ambulances. I might reduce them. I haven't decided. Syringes, vaccines, some more medications, treatments. I'll leave that one in there because I see that as a treatment. Here's the one that's specifically dealing with your heart health that you need to check out for medical reasons. A lot of readers don't like to read medical things for people. I say with anybody, mine is just to tell you to speak to your doctor about it. I'm not diagnosing you at all. If you decide to take anything that I say as a diagnosis, that's on you. That's, you know, sometimes you got to learn how to use your common sense. Okay. Take that one out. So have more travel, the Eiffel Tower. So I look at this as specifically for Paris as well, but also just traveling to Europe, European destinations. I have this as the sea and all knowing, but also traveling to Indian destinations, which is could possibly be Asian. Following in footsteps. This could be a baby. This could be footprints in the sand, you know. Especially if I get this particular one along with this angel, I know that my guardian angels are watching over me. They're following me in my footsteps. They're carrying me through my journey. You ever heard that? Is it a poem? That's Footprints in the Sand? And you thought you were alone, and you're going through your struggles, and then your God tells you that, I've been carrying you through this whole time. Yeah. Okay, so that's some of those. But yeah, I got some more beachy things here, that identify as a beach destination. My owl for wisdom. My moth for transformations. My angel wings for being a free spirit. Rising above things. Oh, this is a bird or falcon. Could be either one. Fish for finance. Fish for being in the school thought. Fish for pregnancy. This little charms of studying, things of that nature. Dragonfly, also free spirited. That's another way of being free spirited. I see so many dragonflies around me. The wheel of fate, taking the wheel, traveling as well. Have a couple of those. Let's remove one. I'm going to remove this tree of life. I don't know why when I see the turtle, I see a long journey. I see being very protective of oneself because they have a hard exterior, but they are a bit scary. They're slow to move, slow to comprehend, slow to understand what may be happening to them. But they're very protective of their own. Yeah, I love turtles, but I'm scared to touch them. If I see them, I won't touch them. And these are just some other little obvious ones. What in the world are you? Oh, that's Hello Kitty. That's Hello Kitty in a little sombrero. I guess we're going to Mexico or some Latin area. Here's a little girl. If I'm dealing with a childlike situation. This cat here, although I have the Hello Kitty, this cat here represents like a sleekness to them. Little musical staff note, being in tune with someone, musically inclined as well. If we get that piano to come with it, with being in tune. Another little suitcase for good old traveling. These are my zodiacs there. My horseshoe for good luck or bad luck, depending on which way it's facing. Some lock and keys. More zodiacs. Mermaids. Is it 2 Eiffel Towers I have? This is another Eiffel Tower. Oh wow, okay. Take you out. Candy cane for the holiday season. My zodiacs. In the back of the zodiacs also gives me just simple words like ambitious, so it can give me some character traits. Passionate, bears. More musical notes. Staffs are usually coming at the beginning, holding the whole piece together. Is this my little boy? Yeah, that's my little boy. I had my little girl already come out. More books. Seashells, the moons, stars. This reminds me of one of the mounds in one of my Lenormand cards, but I know that is an Asian building. Is this another horseshoe? Oh, this one the one I already had. Okay. Measuring cup, cacti, whale's tail, bunny rabbit. Definitely if I get that with a bunch of children, that is definitely babies. Another just a green leaf. See, that is abundance. The 4-leaf clover, crowns, the elephant with his trunk up. It's another stethoscope. I don't need all these different stethoscopes. A little grenade. This is like a tower moment for me. Little grenade. This is the elephant with his trunk down. That's the trunk up. Seahorses. Shooting stars. This one is a unicorn. Where did the other horse go? This one is a Pegasus. This one is just a regular old trotting horse. And because they're all different, I'm keeping all of them in here. This is another unicorn. I like this one better than this one because I can see it more clearly. So take that one out. Have anchored to be anchored in. A piece of watermelon. Maybe I don't know what the watermelon is for. Skull, crossbones, a bicycle, palm tree. They're used for destinations, you know, for peace and understanding. I have the Saturn, which is one of my favorite planets. Represents more of the universe. Is this the young lady again? No, who are you? What are you? Are you another Hello Kitty? Oh, you're an actual bunny rabbit. Don't know what this for though. My sunflower. I wish I had one that was more colorful, so you could know. The swans, twin flame type stuff, and a piece of crumb. I got a trash bag over here. Okay, apple a day keeps the doctor away. Going to visit New York. You know, grapes for abundance. And the spider, I took out the other spider, but I left this spider in. A web of lies, creating silk, something beautiful. Oh, here's the sun, a new beginning. So, you guys, this was like, is it the Star of David? But I always see that as a religious, when dealing with specifically with religion of some sort. It may not be everybody's symbol of religion. I don't have any crosses in here, surprisingly. Things of that nature. But it still could be a symbol because it's how I interpret it, you know. But this is the little charm basket that I use on occasion with a lot of my readings. Wait a minute, I want to switch something out. Oh no. Which one do I like better? I like this one better. Yeah. So, you may see these charms appear in one of my readings. Especially if you get a personal reading. Then I definitely include charms. When I do personal readings, I make sure you get tarot, you get oracle, you get charms, and I just lost one. Just fell. Where did it fall? What else you get? You get the Uno cards, you get the chakra cards. Oh, it's another heart. Got a lot of hot hearts. I can leave that one out. And you get crystals. You get numerology. You get everything when you get those readings. So am I going to leave this money in? Because I don't have any money in here to indicate finances. We're going to leave that money in. Going to get rid of these. And put those in the box with the holiday charms. And then every once in a while, I still have my crystal necklaces that I could use to scribe with. Yep. And you may see my stones around just the sake of me setting the mood or making it aesthetically beautiful here. And yeah, that's what you got, y'all. So my charm bowl is now back to a normal size. Almost similar to what you see in the thumbnail. I just want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're not already done so. And we'll, like I said, get back to the reading soon. I'll be dropping not the year review, but a yearly review, a yearly reading for you at the beginning of the year. And it's going to be, I believe I'm going to be doing those using the Chinese New Year as the guide as far as like what's all included. So it won't be pick a card. It'll be like if you are born in the year of the rat and your birthday is in these particular years, no matter what element you are, this is the reading for you. That's how it'll be done. So be looking out for those soon within the next couple weeks. So I want to get those done before the new year begins. Thank you again for being here. Peace.